They got Jamaican food. They have fried chicken. What do you need? It's at Leimert Park, and it's you can go to www.leimertparkfestival.blogspot.com. www.leimertparkfestival.blogspot.com, and they have a teens tent for teenagers. They have a live auction. They have a children's village if you want to get your kids' faces painted. They're having a fashion show, and they have a fabulous food court. I went there last year, and it's just off the hook. It's awesome. Some of the artists that will be performing there is Randy Crawford, Wale Ali, who plays the saxophone and guitar, Wadada, which is a Jamaican group. They are so good. Could You Be Loved? Yeah. And then we have Azar Lawrence. He's going to be there. And Sylvia Rondos will be there. And it's going to be fabulous. It's going to be, and it's supported by Union Bank, Time Warner, the Getty Center, City of LA, Councilman Bernard Parks, who's on the council, and KJLH radio station, and so many other wonderful, fine people. So that is today and tomorrow, and it's called the second annual Leimert Park Village African Art and Music Festival, and it's for the Labor Day weekend, September 4th, September 5th, and September 6th, from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily. Okay, and wow, it's going to be a great event. And matter of fact, the gentleman who's emceeing the event, they're also going to do a tribute to the Temptations and the Supremes on Sunday. They're doing a tribute to the Temptations and the Supremes. And if you know anything about them, boy, and the guys that are doing it, their group is called Nostalgia. They are fantastic. They are wonderful. They are so good. And they're going to be singing like the Temptations, dressed up like the Temptations, looking and sounding like the Temptations. And then the female group, they're just like the Supremes. They look like the Supremes. They're going to dress like the Supremes. And they're going to do Baby Love and all the songs that the Temptations and the Supremes used to do. That's amazing, isn't it? Yeah, I can't wait to see that. Do we have Senator Kern Price?
Yes.
We do. Senator Kern Price, I want to thank you for reaching out and doing the work that you do as a senator. And for sometimes it's not what you know, it's who you know. And I just thank God for knowing Senator Kern Price. Keep up the good work. I saw you at the Black Chamber of Commerce's dinner, and all the people. The Chamber of Commerce is now moved around the United States of America. It's not just in one place. The Black Chamber of Commerce is now everywhere. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah,
it's across the United States of America. And the senators were there. Congresswoman Diane Watson was there. So many wonderful people from all over were there. And what a fabulous dinner. I so enjoyed myself. It was a very classy and uplifting event. And of course you remember Ron Brown, who worked with the President of the United States of America and traveled around the world to help do things in the White House when our President Clinton was in office, who died in an airplane crash. Well, Ron Brown's son, Ron Jr., was at the Black Chamber of Commerce, who came there and gave an immaculate speech. And black businesses are pumping up around the United States, and they're doing better. And they gave out awards to new and upcoming businesses, to businesses that are doing well, and to businesses that are hiring people who need jobs and making the world a better place. So we'll give it up for Kern Price, the senator who participated in the activities. And do we have a picture of Congresswoman Diane Watson?
Yes.
We do. Congresswoman Diane Watson, I personally want to say I love you so very much. You're such a wonderful, great woman who has done so much for Los Angeles, California, the United States of America, and even being the ambassador over Africa. She has just done so much. I mean, I love you, and I love the work you do, and I'm looking forward to seeing you, Congresswoman Watson, in Washington, D.C. at the Congressional Black Caucus this year. I plan on also being at your retirement event and giving you the biggest hand I could, the biggest applaud I can, and also a big hug when I see you. God bless you and love you, and you are so admired. Let's give a hand for Congresswoman Diane Watson and all the Congress and all the Congress people there who will be there. Let's see. Did we get Al Sharpton up there already? We did. Las Vegas. Do we have a shot of Las Vegas?
to get one.
Okay. Well, right now, let's just, I think that's going to do it for right now. That was our quick news for today. Also, I want to give a shout out to a young lady who's an African American motorcycle rider racer. You don't have a lot of those, do you? You don't have a lot of African American female motorcycle racers who race motorcycles. Well, this young lady right here, her name is Erica, and here's her picture right here. Can they see that, Josh?
Yeah.
That's Erica. She races motorcycles. She signed my picture right there, and she's going to be one of the biggest racers in the world in a few minutes. She's also going to be starting her own reality show. And here's another picture, and that's her husband Daryl in the background right there. That's her in action right there. That's her in action racing right there. She's one of the only female African American motorcycle racers in the United States of America, and I want to give her a shout out. Want to see that, young man? And here's another picture of her and her racing bike right there. Let's see. Can they see that, Josh?
Yeah.
And guess what? She's beautiful, you know. And so to her and her husband Daryl, Erica, God bless you. And we plan on coming to some of your races. Keep up the great work. And I'm sure that God has big things for you to do in the world of racing for female motorcycle riders around the world. So check out that picture. Now let's get down to some business here. We have another guest on our show. Mr. Red, how are you, Mr. Red?
I'm good. How are you?
Now, you work with youth. You're a youth advocate, right?
Yes.
And here you have one of the youth on the show with us right here. And your name again, young man?
Anthony Bennett.
Anthony Bennett. And how old are you, Anthony?
14.
All right. So, can you tell us a little bit about what you do and why you do it for kids?
Yeah. What I do pretty much is I provide wraparound services and connect youth with different resources within the community. And Anthony is one of the maybe I have about like 60 active cases that I'm currently working with. He's one of my projects that I've been working with. Anthony's he's real intelligent, real smart, and you can just talk a little bit about the things that we're doing.
So, can you tell us a little bit about what you learned from Mr. Red here?
Well, I learned that self-control is a must that you have to have growing up where I'm at, because you can say something and pop off at the lip, and then it can go all south from there. So I just learned, he just taught me that as long as you just keep your composure and do you and go to school and don't play around with the games or anything, because once you start, you can't stop. So he just showed me that once just stay on my toes and do what I'm supposed to be doing and leave all the foolish games
and
alone.
get your education,
Yes.
right? Now, what is it that you like that you're being taught by Mr. Red? What else do you like that you're being taught right now that you didn't know?
I like, well, pretty much everything that we went over, like
How about how to get a job?
yeah, because like I never knew that going to school is so easy and that you can be anything that you want to be with what you know, because as long as you go to school, you know everything that you need to know to have that job that you want.
Well, what do you want to be when you grow up?
It's quite a few things that I want to be, but it's like I'm like as I'm going on throughout my life, I'm finding out what I like more. But I design stuff like I came up with a blueprint for a car last night.
So wait a minute now. I heard you talking about that earlier about you designed a truck.
Yeah.
Wow, I want to see that. Can you come back on the show another time with Mr. Red and you can show us the truck that you have designed?
Yes.
Now, before you show that truck on the show, I want you to do what they call a poor man's copyright. I want you to fold up that and put it in the envelope and mail it to yourself, and when you get it back, don't open it up. So then that way, if somebody sees your idea, you know what I mean? They can't steal your idea because it's your idea and you invented the idea. So I just want to, kind of see a little.
Show Anthony how to do utility pattern. But what I also want to talk about is when we went with Kirk Wesson up to Griffin Park, it was like 2 weeks ago.
You mean Councilman Herb Weston?
Yeah, so he got nominated to be like a junior councilor next year.
Yeah.
Wow, so you're going to be a junior council member?
Yes.
That's fantastic, man. So you're going to help to make some decisions for the kids in the community?
Yes.
Wow, that's wonderful, man. I'm really proud of you because I know Councilman Herb Weston. We worked on a couple of projects together because do you know where Dorsey High School is?
Yes.
Well, do you go there?
No.
Okay, well, me and Congressman Herb Weston, which we commend you, Councilman Herb Weston, for all the great work that you've done. Even when you worked with me to help me and assist me to put the street light there where 9-year-old Jamari Grant was hit and killed. Councilman Herb Weston took us under his wing. We fought Department of Transportation. We got signatures from the tennis club, from all the students at Dorsey High School, and the principal over at Dorsey High, and together we achieved getting a new street light there. $100,000 street light is there at Dorsey. So if you're elderly, young, or even a student going to school there, whoever crosses that street now, there's a street light there on Rodeo, right where Dorsey High is. And it should have been there years ago, but now it's there forever. So talk about your project when you went with Herb Weston and how you were nominated to be on the Junior City Council.
Well, when I first got there, I was kind of like, I was tired and I was kind of cranky and everything. But once I really like woke up and everything, because we got up and we left early in the morning. So once I really like woke up and got into the mood and everything, I started having a good time. And when the kids when they were kind of getting confused and everything and didn't know what to do, I would come and help them out and with what they had to do. And then Mr. Herb Weston noticed that, and then he pulled me and 2 other kids and was like, next year I want you to be junior councilman because we see that you're doing a good job with the kids and we trying to get them on a good path and lead them and keep them as good as we possibly can without them joining gangs or anything, and just keep them yeah, keep
well,
them in
I'm really,
states.
Anthony, I'm really proud of you, young man, and I really am happy that you're here on the show today because you're an example of great leadership, of great mentoring, and I want to thank you, Mr. Red, for giving him the mentoring skills, the leadership, the motivation, the integrity. This is what our young people need these days. I mean, if you see a young man walking down the street with his pants down, don't be afraid to speak to him and say hello and ask him how he's doing. Because sometimes all it takes is just a hello, how are you? And most of these young people are very intelligent and extremely well articulate. And if you just get into a conversation with them, you never know what you might learn instead of having a fear factor. So, again, talk to us a little. If they want to reach out to you to get help with their kids, and how do they reach you?
I have an email they can contact me. It's pronavigators.com at Yahoo. It's PRONAVIGATORS at yahoo.com, and I can provide them more information. How can assist them. The child is between 10 and 15.
Okay. Now you're going to bring all the kids You're going to bring the kids to September 11th at my church at First ME?
Yes, we'll probably bring about 200 kids here.
All right. Hey, Josh, are we still all in the frame together? All 3 of us?
And just real quick, I just wanted Anthony to talk about the type of activities that he attended when he was at the camp with Herb Weston.
We made tie-dye shirts, we went swimming, we had a pool party, we went rock climbing, we got on like the little, I didn't go because I'm kind of afraid of heights, but the little like, it's like you hold onto the thing and it harnesses you in, and then you slide from one side all the way to the other side. We did archery and
wow, that's exciting. That's really, really exciting. I'm really happy that you did that, and so that day was very educational for you, right?
Yes, it was 3 days actually.
It was 3 days.
Yeah, it was 3 days.
3 days. That's amazing. That's good.
Herb Weston, so we thank him.
Well, let's give a hand to Herb, Councilman Herb Weston. And I like everybody over there. Herb is one of my favorite guys. Well, at this time, we're going to get into our Michael Jackson segment. And if you don't mind, Josh, could you get us going with this? Just slide our CD on there, just push out, and then yeah, there we go. Just give it a press right there.